What it do, homies? We are back with some more Brazilian geek music or Brazilian nerdcore. This time we are checking out an artist called Blxck, right? And we're checking out the William Afton song. So FNAF song. We got the English subtitles. Let's go ahead, shut up, turn it up. Whoa, immediately, bro. Immediately cooking. Okay. Hold on before we let this. I am aware that we have some people here that do not speak, right, Portuguese, obviously. So let me bring this, see if I can bring this up a little bit. I can't make it larger than that. So for those of you that's watching this, I try to make this window over here as big as I can without cutting off my face. So if you guys can't really see that much, I think this is the biggest I can make it. So, all right.
Década de 70 aberta uma pizzaria RM William Afton, grande atração. Fez bem rapidamente um sucesso entre as famílias, com os animatrônicos robôs que trazem diversão. Mas calma, porque os projetos do Harry chamam mais atenção. Porque a família do Harry ama ele, a minha não. Porque todos amam Harry, porque sempre aplaudem Harry. Se torna inveja toda a minha admiração. Ora, Harry, quem diria, essa querida filha, trancada de fora da pizzaria. Ora,
See right here, this is one. You know what? I just assumed that this was Portuguese, right? I assumed. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, it is. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure, dude, because I know there's a difference between Portuguese and Spanish. You know what I mean? I feel like they might share a lot of similarities, but you know, I don't want to call that out wrong. I've said this before when I've reacted to Enigma stuff, is that there's just certain phrases, certain words, certain descriptions that you're able to kind of fit in that you can't do in the English language, and it just opens up new levels of sauce, right? All that information that you just gave me, right? You essentially just gave me the quickest synopsis of just the intro, the pilot of FNAF. Like, you still telling us and everything, but you fit all that in 26 seconds, right? In 26 seconds, you didn't gave me enough information. I already kind of knew the story, but you can give somebody enough information to at least be able to follow along. That's some good songwriting.
Porque sempre aplaudem Harry, se torna inveja toda a minha admiração. Ora, Harry, quem diria, essa querida filha, trancada de fora da pizzaria. Ora, homem de roxo em carro roxo, surge nas sombras e mata a garotinha. Enquanto cai chuva que é sangue no show, não vem ninguém pra protegê-la nesse incrível criação. Charlotte foi só a primeira vítima da brincadeira. Crianças desaparecendo trazem má reputação. E mesmo com os boatos, a franquia se expande. Com novos robôs e novos restaurantes. Idiota, olha o que você fez. Brincadeira foi bem pior que as de antes. Botando seu irmão na boca do animatrônico. Vai ser um filho meu, mas eu percebi algo de estranho. Porque a morte não é o fim, eu percebo em fim. A morte é a chave pro meu plano. Vida livre de dor e agonia. Fascina a ideia de poder ser assim. Queria amar minhas criações como ele ama, mas isso nunca foi possível pra mim.
You know, I'm just starting to pay attention to the tone of your voice, Blxck. It's see, I don't know if you're gonna hit us with the higher register, but I'm a bass lover. Like, that's the type of stuff that I like. I really like stuff that lives in the lower register. You know, besides jazz, you know, my second favorite music to enjoy is EDM. You know, I love EDM more specifically anything in bass. So future bass, bass house, drum and bass, you know, trap and bass, dubstep. I like that type of stuff and everything. But I even more like it when vocalists, right? Because I feel like we don't hear a lot of that. More and more deeper, not, you know, down in a dragon depth, but just kind of deeper voice and everything. And I think it's hard to achieve, especially hard to mix with. It's like for somebody like my voice, you know, I'm competing with the low end, you know, so it's difficult, but there's ways you can make it feel. I like this tone that you rapping with.
Vai ser divertido, não sinta medo do escuro. Mas matando e bomba e animatrônicos, somente sinto orgulho. Me distanciou, mas continuo minha pesquisa. Baby, aberto uma nova franquia. Tem algo muito errado acontecendo. Se com os babies tá mudado, ela aprisiona minha filha. Os exércitos que já se foram, se alimentam com remanescência dos mortos, destruindo os animatrônicos iniciais e usando as suas partes para criar novos. Sonando ao lugar da primeira matança, estranhos espíritos atrás de vingança. Que eu matei todas aquelas crianças. Tentou fugir, mas nada adianta. Como ousam se eu livrei vocês desse sofrimento? Escondido na Spring Bonnie e louço metal rangendo. As molas me esmagando, meu corpo assim quando acendo. E essa dor, eu vou voltar em porta enquanto tempo. Homem de roxo, por trás do mundo, sorriso no rosto, diz minha pressão da amor.
bro, this sound like 5 different people on the same song, bro. Is this just you, Black? Is it just you? Visuals. Just okay, the visuals, right? I freaking love. I absolutely love how this is a thing in the community where y'all allow like multiple editors to get in there to kind of tell the story. It's a very unique. It's very unique, you know, instead of being driven by one person and everything. Bro, Blxck, you have so many levels. Your voice is so versatile. Oh my goodness. I was sitting there thinking you was going to kind of give us that low end right there. But now I see you possess quite a bit of, I can't even go down here and read the comments because I don't know what everything says. I could translate, but I just want to see you know what, let me just comment. What's the first one say? Very good. In fact, understanding music without subtitles is a huge step forward for. What do you mean by that? The fact that you can understand the music without subtitles? Oh, you know what? That goes back to what I was just saying earlier, that I was telling you guys that, you know, things with the lower, it could be either just the way that his pronunciation, maybe his accent is thick. You know what I mean? Like here in the English language, we have people who speak English, but their accent is thick. I imagine the same thing happens with Portuguese, right? People who speak Portuguese, they probably have thicker, you know, ways of saying it, so it's hard to understand. But that was an interesting comment. I don't know if it's because the way that he raps, because of the lower end, or if it's like slang, you know what I mean? Different parts of Portuguese that he's speaking. Because that's somebody that actually speaks the language that said that they didn't need subtitles. So shout out for that. I imagine that's a good thing. That's what some of you aiming on. I don't understand it all to begin with, right? It all sounds good to me, but kudos for that.
De volta, seu medo retorna após passar dessa porta. Nova atração, mas dessa vez pior que antes. É encontrar o animatrônico Springbone preso nessa fantasia de metal. Almas penadas atormentando todo esse local. Olha, tenham companhia, bem-vindo à pizzaria. Por sua vida, hoje você traça prisional. Sabe o que é uma ilusão? Não deixe que a luz se apague, cuide da ventilação. Empresa sem debater o que me causa excitação. Esses pesados no corredor escuro. Ouço metal rangendo, se movendo pelos dutos. Matei as crianças e mataria de novo. Não sinto nada, eu não me arrependo nem um pouco. Da pizzaria até do infarto. Acham que eu ia nessa porta, mas não, eu sempre volto.
It is right there.
Olha quem tá de volta. Ó meu filhinho prático. Pequeno Michael, como é bom encontrá-lo. Ansioso pra saber o que estão tramando. Depois de tanto tempo eu nunca fui parado. Acham que agora vão atrapalhar meus planos. Mídia que não paga pena, humilha sempre volta. Mesmo se só resta se canta o cara é morto. Sabe que toda essa angústia nunca vai ter fim. Rosto de desespero, medo é pra sempre a mim. Tem de lindas traumas, isso não é uma tarde. Todo esse medo é gelo, isso me lembra algo de antes. Então Michael vem brincar com o papai, mas não se esconde. E eu vou te achar importante, Michael, vou te achar importante. Vamos fazer isso com seu próprio pai, mas que eu vou mandar você.
Bro, the drops when it comes to this is always been crazy. I don't know how y'all able to build the anticipation, like, you know, because I feel like once the drop has happened, you know, you done heard it. You know what I mean? There's no way the next drop is probably gonna be equally as fantastic, but it's not gonna take me by surprise like the first time you did it. You know what I mean? No. The drop came back stronger.
Eu vou te achar importante, Michael, vou te achar importante. Vamos fazer isso com seu próprio pai, mas que eu vou mandar você. Isso vai doer demais, eu sempre odiei você. Deixei muito tempo atrás, então garota vem me mata se você for capaz. Sempre que eu gritava com você, você chorou tempo atrás. Então garota vem me mata se você for capaz. Sempre...
Bro, the vocal performance. What are you saying? He said, I've always hated you since a long time ago. So boy, come kill me if you were capable, right? The way that he said it, and boy, come kill me. Like he yelling it from his chest. That vocal performance right there, like you were actually William, like, boy, come kill me if you're capable. I love that, man. Yeah, you kind of just take a step out from like the fact that you're obviously singing, you rapping, but you talking to me like you actually talking to me. You know what I mean? You could tell by the way that how he ended that. I noticed that. That's powerful performances right there.
Se você for capaz, sempre que eu gritava com você, você chorava. Então, Michael, é melhor você me matar. Porque se eu não conseguir, eu vou voltar. E vou te achar pra te dar bom motivo pra chorar. Homem de
Fire. touch. Beautiful touch right here. Adding in the kids' vocals in there. That's adding that towards the end. Adding that towards the end to really kind of help with that viewer retention. These visuals is crazy, bro. What? Sometimes, man, when I'm consuming this music and these visuals, I kind of feel like, how am I even watching this stuff for free, bro? The quality has just been insane. And I'm just starting this journey, honestly, really, to tell you the truth. But anyways, I think what we'll probably do is, it looks like FNAF is pretty much hot in the algorithm right now, probably because of the movie. So I guess this would be a good time to go off and start reacting to the other Brazilian geek that are covering the FNAF stuff before we move on. But I do have the second part of Enigma's Berserker song coming out, right? That's the 8-minute song, so I already know that's about to be a masterpiece. But until then, Dave's out.